146 Fairy Tale.
Alright kids, gather around. It's story time.
Isn't it snack time yet?
No, that was a half hour ago.
Well, what story are we reading? Can we read Gossip Girl magazine?
Well, how about Cinderella?
Cinderella is just a real housewife wannabe.
How about a real fairy tale? Like Shrek?
Oh, but we watched that one last night.
Well then read us one we haven't heard before.
Yeah, something with princesses.
I've got just the story. Once upon a time, there lived a great king. His rule was selfless, and he thought nothing else but to lay his life down for the betterment of his subjects. All was well. He had a daughter whom he cherished with all his heart. Her name was Love. But one day, she was taken from him. The great shadow stole her as she lay sleeping. The king frantically tried to enlist the support of all the valiant knights he could, but none would come to his aid. Most were too afraid, others apathetic to the plight of the king's daughter. The king cried out in agony, Who will save my world tonight? Just then, a peasant boy stepped forward, neither noble nor a warrior. He told the king, "Send me! I'll do it!" He promised the king that he would recover his lost daughter, and that he would do so by finding the legendary Sword of Valor and the renowned four-point shield. With these powerful relics by his side, the peasant knew he would be able to defeat the Great Shadow.
We're far from home, it's far there. What we dream, it's all that matters. We're on our way, united. Turn the crowd now, we'll never back down. Shoot down the skyline, watch it on prime time. Turn up the love now, listen up now, turn up the love. Who's gonna save the world tonight? Who's gonna bring it back to life? We're gonna make it, you and I. We're gonna save the world tonight.
The peasant boy, with sword and shield in hand, marched forward towards the lair of the Great Shadow. In the distance, he could see Love, as well as other princes and princesses who had been stolen by the great beast. A fierce battle raged between the boy and the Great Shadow. But the Shadow's strength was too great, and the boy was unable to overcome him by himself. His sword was broken, his shield shattered, and his body cast to the sea. The peasant was crushed. When he awoke, he realized he had been defeated by an enemy he had been confident he could conquer. There seemed no hope. The air began to go cold. The peasant began to cry. And in that moment, when all seemed lost, he looked to the sky and saw 6 stars. And in them, he saw love. In that hour, he knew what he must do. He would reforge the sword of valor, mend the 4-point shield, and by the light of the 6 stars, gather an army to defeat the great shadow, that by himself he was not powerful enough to defeat on his own. The peasant, who had now become a warrior, marched with his newly assembled army. They fought relentlessly against the shadow and his enemies. So many were saved, yet there was still one he was unable to save. The one he had come for. Love was not there. He had broken his promise. He had failed her.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This doesn't seem like a happy ending at all.
Yeah, that's sad.
It may seem that way, but the story is not over. Even now, we are writing its next pages.
What do you mean?
At times, it can be strange how what seems like our greatest failures can turn and become our greatest triumphs. The peasant in the story was Rob Morris, co-founder and president of Love 146. The 1 denotes the sword of valor. The 4-point shield is a representation of the 4-point motto. Love protects, love defends, love empowers, and love restores. The 6 represents the 6 stars, symbolizing hope. Though Rob was unable to save the Princess Love, who wore those numbers 146, he never truly failed. For through him and his army of warriors, countless other princesses and princes have been saved. She set Rob's path straight. She was the light to guide him home. She fixed him. And if you let her, tonight, she can fix you too.
And the tears come streaming down your face when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone and it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. bones, and I will try to fix you.
Make some noise for Chi Omega Phi Delta Theta and Alpha Epsilon Pi. Up next, we have Sigma Sigma Sigma, Tau Kappa Epsilon, Alpha Tau Omega, Phi Kappa Tau, performing Space Jam.